Welcome to the GoldenComm podcast. I have two special guests with me, Spencer O'Brien, Haley Doe.
Hello, hello.
See, how you sound?
I think I sound pretty good. I can hear myself.
I agree with you.
Sounds very crisp.
Crisp.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, today's a day I am sad. I am sad. Today is the end of the internship. Yeah, so thank you guys. You guys were both interns at GoldenComm, and I thought what we do is break it down. And I'm going to ask you maybe 3 or 4 questions. Take your crack at it. Start with Haley. Haley.
Hello.
Well, how did you find us? Are you in school right now? Tell us about what's going on.
Okay, so I just finished my freshman year in college. I was at Loyola Marymount University. I was recruited out of high school to row for their program. So I was very busy last year, but this upcoming fall I will be transferring to USC to attend Marshall School of Business there. So I'm very excited for that. Lots of big things happening, a lot of things changing, but I'm excited to meet a lot of new people and learn lots.
So you were down here for the summer.
Yeah.
Probably at Mom and Dad's house.
Yeah.
And we lucked out. We got you as an intern all summer.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, Spence.
Yep.
Time, place, some details. Who are you and where are you from and where you go to school?
I am from here in Newport Beach. I'm home for the summer, and I go to school at Baylor University in Waco, Texas, and I will be starting my junior year in the fall, a few weeks here.
What do you like to do there at Baylor from an academic standpoint? What are you studying?
I'm studying management, information systems, and finance in the business school at Baylor.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So thanks, you guys. You guys both. Actually, Haley's done. She's packing. She just told me and tomorrow's your last day.
It is.
But let's just say that you guys are finished. Let's just call it, even though you got one more day.
Mm-hmm.
She looks a lot more relaxed than you. So
Yeah.
I can tell she's finished. And
I got to go to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you're still working.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so when you guys got here, interns are always exciting because it's fun to be around people who are just learning the business. Hey, did you have any surprises when you got here? Rewind back to early July. When did you start?
I started in May. Did we start on the same day? I think like May.
May. Okay,
yeah,
rewind to May. And then, so any surprises? You get to work. Do you know what work's going to be like? What happened?
Oh, well, I had no idea.
Okay.
So I just walked in and just ready to take on anything. I think I was just surprised at how extremely welcoming everyone was, and everyone was without me having to ask them, everyone was willing to take time out of their day to teach me and to tell me about their passions and what they know. And so that was something that I think I was looking for, but I wasn't necessarily expecting, and so I really appreciated that.
Well, that's very nice. I wasn't expecting that, but that's very nice. Spencer, anything surprise you on the first week?
I mean, I feel like everything sort of surprised me. Like Haley was saying, I really didn't have many expectations or sort of an idea what I was getting into, just sort of knew I was going to work. And I think I was sort of blown away with the way that the company was run and the people who were there, everyone being super nice, and then also what you guys do. There's so much more than what I had understood GoldenComm to do. So.
Okay, so let's segue now. You're first. So in sense of what we do, by the way, thanks for saying that we're super nice. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for what did you learn?
Yeah.
That's what. So what was the first thing? So sometimes I explain things like popcorns. I love popcorn, and popcorn's neat because you're a kernel, or you're a popcorn, and it's when someone gets it, right? When a popcorn pops, it gets it, and you can just see it. Did you have a popcorn moment where you just got something? Did you learn something that you went, whoa, I can't believe it. Now I get it. And I look at things differently now. So now you're not a kernel, but you're a popcorn.
Yeah.
Do you have that? Did you have a moment like that?
I feel like there's a lot of moments like that. I think mainly the first one was probably just understanding the way that the ads work on Google and sort of marketing what we were both interning with. I had really no idea how precise and directed the ads were and the way you're able to target individuals and just be able to advertise on Google. So I think that was
the Google advertising engine was interesting to you.
Yeah. Because I always see the little sponsor, or I always see it, and I never thought about it. And there's so much behind how that one ad shows up right there. That was a huge moment for me, understanding that.
That's cool. I remember walking around one day and looking at you, and you weren't frazzled because you were very poised the entire time. Like, something's on your mind. What's on your mind? And you looked at me and you said, I can't believe how much Google knows about me.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That was crazy.
They know everything.
That was pretty funny. Yeah. How about you? Did you have a moment where things kind of came together and you said, I didn't, now I do, and boom? Did you have a moment like that?
Yeah, well, I'm going to piggyback off of what Spencer said, because Google Ads, you see it every time you go on your phone almost. And so when I was learning about it, it was like, wow, like there's so much more that goes into it. And same with like Google Analytics, and it's a whole like science behind it. And so that was really cool to just get like not only learning about it, but seeing how the team at GoldenComm uses it and interacts with Google Analytics and Google Ads. That was really cool. And I think on the social media side, I think I just really enjoyed being able to just create fun content that expressed the values of GoldenComm, and hopefully, that came across how I wanted it to come across. But I really enjoyed doing that too, and I definitely gained more confidence in just kind of letting my creative juices out there and putting it into context.
Yeah, well, you really outdid yourself. We had some really neat, like short films come out of this that we don't normally do. So thank you for that, because everybody really enjoyed that in that whole process. So at the dinner table at the Lavin house, sometimes we do this thing called peaks and pits. Peaks and pits. Mm-hmm. The peak is the best part of your day. The pit was the worst part of your day. Usually we don't give people get out of jail free cards. You got to tell me both. What was your peak? Your peak project, or your peak most fun, or when you looked at the clock and you're like, it's 5 o'clock already. I just got here, because the time when you're engaged, time goes fast. Mm-hmm. Did you have a peak project or a peak day or a peak moment?
Yeah, I think out of like the few video projects that I did, I think my favorite one was probably the last one, where some people know what I'm talking about and referring to, some people don't. But in Ant-Man, there's this scene where Luis is telling a story. He's tracking back through, so-and-so told so-and-so told so-and-so, and it's like a fun, fast-paced, like lip dub kind of scene. So I was like, I've always wanted to recreate something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use the people here at GoldenComm to do that. Spencer was a part of that. He did an amazing job. Give him an Oscar. Taylor, or should I say Chet, was in it. And so there's a lot of people involved, and it was just really fun. And it was fun to see, I know Megan, like I gave her the script the day before, and I saw she was writing it down and practicing like on her own. So it was fun to see that people were like really getting into it. And so I think that was probably one of the most fun days I've had at GoldenComm, just putting that together.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, Ant-Man from the Marvel Universe.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your peak.
Yes, that's my peak.
So I have an idea before I ask him his peak. Mm-hmm. So I just thought of this.
Okay.
GoldenComm meets Ant-Man. How do you spell Ant-Man?
Just Ant/Man.
Ant/Man.
Yeah.
So Spencer, do you think that we could win organic placement number 1 for GoldenComm meets Ant-Man?
I think so.
How would we do that? GoldenComm meets Ant-Man. Someone Googles that, because maybe I want to see this video that she's talking about, this short. So how do we tell everybody how to see this video that she produced? Well, just Google, which won't work right now because that's not where it is, but let's say tomorrow is your last day. Mm-hmm. I want, by tomorrow before you leave, I want to be Google number 1 organically. When someone Googles GoldenComm meets Ant-Man, I want to see this video. Could you make it happen?
I could.
How would you do it?
Well, I'd assume that you would want it on GoldenComm's website. Mm-hmm. So I'd get into the Kentico system, go into the libraries, and post it under GoldenComm, and then with the URL of GoldenComm meets Ant-Man, and then I would go onto the Google Search Console and then get Google to index that site. So then when you Google GoldenComm meets Ant-Man, that site's first SEO.
Pretty darn good. Mm-hmm. Did you know that before you started?
Absolutely no idea.
No, I don't think that you would know. Okay, good. Well, that will work, and why don't we do that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's it. What was your peak? Do you have a peak in the whole summer?
I would say, peak was definitely being able to work with you for anything Newport Football, and then also with Sunset Rewind, getting able to just sort of get all the rosters done, being able to go season overview, everything was a lot of fun. With having myself played at football at Newport Harbor, it was sort of able to remember those times and be able to be on the other end of it, but more organized and being able to get everything done for them.
That's great.
I really enjoyed doing all that.
Yeah, I will tell you that as she did an incredible job with the staff and putting together, I frankly don't know what the team would have done without you this year. And the neat part is they have no idea you did it, which is the best part about giving, is you get to do all these things and they don't even know.
Right.
But they are lucky to have you this year. You did a great job.
Thank you.
All right. Pitts.
Ooh.
Pitts. What was your pit?
I think my pit is, with some of the more like technical topics, I think, it's not, you're not going to get it in a day. And so I think for me, I really had to take my time in learning certain things and like going over them and just like having patience with myself, and knowing that it just takes time and understanding that. Yeah. Usually
I tell people that work here, it takes 2 years before you feel really comfortable here. It's a 2-year journey. And that's been true since I've started. See people come in. It doesn't matter your aptitude, doesn't matter how much capacity you have and how quickly you learn. It just takes time to understand all of these components that make up what it is that we do. So I can see how that could be a little bit of a pit because we didn't get you for 2 years.
Yeah.
We didn't get you, but thanks for that. Spence, you got a pit?
I do.
Oh,
yeah.
Just one.
There was one project that I was given, and it was working with the client, and they have this quiz on their website. And you take the quiz, and it's multiple answers, and there's multiple choices for each answer. So there's a question, and then like 5 different choices for the answer, and then you could continue on the quiz, and then at the very end, after it's looked at all your answers, it generates a recommendation for one of their softwares. So I had the task to chart out every question and every answer that you could answer on an Excel sheet. So a lot of copying and pasting and then doing the quiz myself over and over and over. It took forever, but I was able to generate around 1,700 rows of possible answers, and then the software that it would then recommend. And it took me a very long time, and that was definitely my pit for this summer.
Somebody is happy you were here.
I think so.
I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for doing that. All right, great. So, okay. Last question. Who was the most, you have to answer.
Okay.
You can only say one person. Who was the most helpful person to you?
I would have to say, I know you said one person. I'm going to say one person. But before I say that one person, I want to say that everyone was super helpful, not only in just like my department, but all the departments. But that one person that I think was the most helpful for me would be Taylor. He just really was there for me throughout the entire summer, always, checking up and, as far as for what do I need to learn, and, if there's anything he could provide for me, and to just he really cared about my journey and my learning process. And so I really appreciated him just being there all the time, and he really encouraged me to just try everything and to just experiment and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. And so I really appreciated him kind of instilling that mindset into me from the very beginning.
Taylor Brooks.
Yep.
I love it. It's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Spence, one person.
One person, I'd say for me, helped the most with technical stuff was probably CJ Bautista. On my second day or something, he really, we went into the Utah room, I think it was, and he showed me everything about Google Ads and Google Analytics, and really in depth, was really able to explain everything. And we talked for, close to an hour. I was just asking questions, and he was able to explain everything. And then I ran an SEO audit with him also, and he was totally able to explain everything to that for me. And if I needed help with Google Ads, if I needed help with Google Analytics, really anything that I was doing, I was able to just walk over to his desk, and we'd have a great conversation about it. And he was super articulate and able to explain everything that I was asking. So I would say he was very helpful.
Yep. CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. So, hey guys, that's a wrap. They say that all good things must end. This is your last chance to drop out of school and stay here. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say.
We're gonna miss you guys. Thanks for interning at GoldenComm this summer.
Thank you for having us.
Best of luck. You guys are part of the alumni crowd. If you need anything from me or us, you let us know.
Thank you.
Sounds
all right,
good.
guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet.